put crank yankers out of business if you like tried to call the poison control and you got Eric and Gord instead. We should do that. We should go see if they'd let us sit in for a night. You're like, poison control with Eric and Gord. Drink it.
So the two big states that had this were Maryland. They had several calls. They put out a tweet saying, this is a reminder, under no circumstances should any disinfectant product be administered into the body through injection, ingestion, or any other route. And Washington is the other one. Washington's is amazing because it says, don't eat Tide Pods or inject yourself with any kind of disinfectant.
Jesus.
If you need help with COVID-19 issues, we have lots of resources at coronavirus.wa.gov. Just don't make a bad situation worse. Perfect.
I disagree.
I don't know. I think it's right. I think that these people dying is not making anything worse whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I really have no problem with it. That's the thing. I think I said this at work. I was not popular at work when I said, I'm like, last year we were all bitching about the world being overpopulated. Problem solved. Like, what the fuck is everyone so worried about? Let's all go to Vegas.
Right? It's a great idea.
Boxers got to eat.
New York City Poison Control saw 30 cases of exposure to Lysol, bleach, and other cleaners in 18 hours after, quote, Trunk's suggestion.
Yeah, well, again, either the media is not getting it, which is likely, or people didn't listen.
Both.
I'm thinking people didn't listen, but I think this is the media just fucking bashing on Trump. They're finding an excuse. Everyone's listening to half of every story, so the media can say basically whatever the fuck they want right now. And fuck you guys.
What I'm disappointed with, though, is that nobody's died or been hospitalized. That's so disappointing.
Well, we don't know that either. I'll look into it a little more. I'll start doing my due diligence and following up on some of these things, because some of them I don't trust the stories I've been getting, and I haven't been doing a good job of shooting them down. I've just been making jokes. What are you going to do? Fuck, a boxer's got to eat. But I need to really get back on the saddle and start tearing you guys a new one, because people, like sane people, are listening to retarded shit. And I have to bite my tongue, well, almost always, but especially at work, where I'm just like, I can't tell you, like, you're fucking retarded. And I can't really give my opinion. Like, yeah, no, COVID's not really that bad, and all the people that are dead were going to die anyway, and I'm sick of fucking talking about it. I'm not allowed to say that at work. But it's true. Your Gam was on her way out anyway. And you know it. It's only the people that know it. My grandma, she was 93 years old. She's been on her deathbed for 5 years. Like, we're worried about her. Well, what the fuck are you worried about then?
Go buy her a plot.
Let's call a spade a spade. She's going to die. Even if she never gets this, she's on her way out. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry. People die. It sucks. I hate it, but it happens. I'm not going to. Medical science will save me. And as everyone knows, we've got some new listeners, so I'll make it clear if you don't get through our 231 archived episodes tonight. I have the opposite of a do not resuscitate order in place. I have the always fucking do whatever it takes to keep me alive order. And if that involves just keeping me hooked up to a machine in a corner somewhere until medical science can cure whatever it is I'm dying from, I'm totally okay with that.
I got two things to bring up about this article. Number one is I finished off saying, meanwhile, Florida courts last week ordered a self-described church to stop selling a supposed cure. The treatment contains chlorine dioxide, which the FDA warned would turn into bleach when mixed with other things.
That's exactly what it'll do.
So that's genius.
Why doesn't Florida fucking do something about all the poo in the water? Go deal with that before you rule on anything, you fucking weirdos. Get the shit out of your water. It's your drinking water. Oh, You need to
You'll-
inject bleach because you're eating shit all day.
This is actually a good thing for you, please.
You're literally eating shit. Ugh.
The comments are genius. It's just one of them is just great. It says, if these folks think that a shot of pints or Lysol's a ticket, have at it. Good God.
I'm getting heartburn from this conversation. That's the way I'm
So
sitting.
Republicans need to stop trusting a liar, and then you need to consume more bleach.
He didn't lie.
No,
Although
he
that's a
did
true
not.
statement. Yeah, they do need to stop trusting a liar. And the dude, 4% of what he says is true. Like in this particular case, he didn't say that quote.
No, that
not
yeah,
out-
and what
now
he
the-
said was
the
true.
the problem is it's not outside of the realm of something he would say, and that's why people flock to it so easily. Like that sincerely sounds like something that would come out of Trump's mouth. So everyone's like, "Yeah, you said it." He didn't, but it's easy to believe that he did because he would. And that's the problem. He's got himself in that position where you don't know what's true, but the most retarded thing sounds the most true.
It's just too good. So yeah, so there's that. Is people are fucking retarded. Now here's something a little more for the close to home for you, Eric.
Oh, cool. Excuse me.
So-
Microphone trouble.
So according to the CBC News,
Mhm.
BC enacts order to move tent city residents into hotels
Yeah.
amid the COVID-19 pandemic. So they're gonna
There goes your hotel. This should be fucking
your
illegal.
hotels fucked.
If you didn't have a bed bug problem, you do now.
Oh, it's gonna
And-
be bad.
You know where I am with the population of the downtown east side. I'm the defender to the death of these people, even the scumbags. I defend like crazy, but this is a terrible idea. They treat
This
their
is bad.
fucking, they treat everything like shit. The condos that were built 2 years ago for these guys look like fucking derelict, relic fucking houseboats. They come in, they destroy shit, and then they move back to that park.
Yeah.
So a lot of them have had homes previously, like fucking BC housing homes. I know 2 guys that gave them up because they didn't like them. They went back to homeless shelters. The one guy, it was too quiet, so he smashed all his windows and left. Because they're crazy people. He's a nice guy, don't get me wrong. He'd stab you in the throat for a fucking hit of crack, but nice dude. But these people are not, like, these hotels are done now. That's it. Now they're shitty fucking either SROs that they rent for $40 an hour, or they're just teardowns. So
yeah.
I don't think the government should be allowed to do that. Like, it's not fucking Robin Hood days. You can't just go and take people's property away. That's not fucking fair.
Nope, they're going to. Simpson said encampments in Vancouver's Oppenheimer Park, along with Victoria's Topaz Park and Pandora Corridor, will be dismantled, and that hotels and other sites will be used to keep people housed until more permanent housing is made available.
Which could be 9 years.
And which means these people are going to be left in hotels. I mean, these hotels, that's it. They're never going to see another dime.
Oh yeah, no. And the problem
They're
was
going
they
to
just
trashed.
they took away the Regent and the Balmoral. That's why a lot of the people ended up in the park, because the city took away those 2 hotels because they were unfit for human occupation or whatever. But that was the biggest problem. The city took those away, and they said, we'll give you, forget what the number was, say $3,000 just for that. We'll give you $3,000 cash or a new apartment. Well, what do you think everybody took? A bunch of fucking
$3,000 cash.
junkies.
Yeah.
I'll give you $3,000 in cash, or we'll set you up in housing. Every single one of them took the fucking cash and moved to the park. So the
Yep.
city created this problem. Now the city's looking for an easy way out of this problem, and there fucking isn't one.
Nope.
And it's thousands of people. We're not talking like everyone in Kelowna is like, oh, I get it, man. Downtown Kelowna is just as bad. No, there's 7 people down there, and their tents are nice. You have no fucking clue. It's a half a block, and they're polite and they move and shit. I don't get. Everyone in Kelowna is like, it's gotten so bad here. I'm like, yeah, there was almost 8 once. What? Fuck you guys. You have no fucking idea what Vancouver's like. Even
No.
North Van Gord, you haven't been back. Those fuckers figured out the C-Bus.
Oh, did they?
Oh, Esplanade looks like fucking Hastings. No, it doesn't. I'm lying. but it's bad. Like we should get our other friend, our associate producer Adrian, and see what he thinks of his neighborhood. Because the last time I was in town, I was shocked and appalled and gobsmacked.
Oh, that breaks my heart. I love North Van. It's just a beautiful little community. It's so nice.
You know, it turned into the developers ruined it before the bums did. Like, it's just all fucking towers everywhere. It's not. It's not the North Van we knew.
No.
Anyway, that's a little personal audience. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, if you got a fucked up city with 12 junkies and you think you're Vancouver, give us an email. I'll send you a pin. We will laugh at you. I'll send you a pin. No, Kelowna, you have no idea how lucky you are. Now, granted, they've never heard of harm reduction here. They're like, what's that? I'm like, they give out needles so you don't die. What?
You fucking let junkies do their drugs? That's just fucked up. Oh, shut up.
But they have they built two amazing what they call wet houses, like basically houses where they're just allowed to, kind of like the one I was at in Vancouver.
Yeah.
They got like two magnificent ones here for like guys, but I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird setup here. I don't think they get it. But there's people taking advantage of the system. I think what happened was the province probably gave Kelowna a shit ton of money, thinking there was a way worse problem than there is. So Kelowna just started spending money on shit. But they don't understand harm reduction, and it's very, very funny. So that sucks for Vancouver, and that should have been my decision. And we'll see in 2021, actually, next year will be the next run at that job. Although I have to live there for 6 months before I can run. So we'll see how I pull that off.
All you need is a mailing address. That's all you need.
Yeah. Well, that was my worry the first time, because the first time I ran, I was living in New West, but that only lasted for a month. Then I moved back to Vancouver. But I was worried.
Get you a mailing address.
Yeah,
I'll take care of that.
I just changed my mailing address for the first time.
That's all right. We'll change it again. No big deal.
Yeah, I'll just change it back. No, I never went to Kelowna.
No, that was the typo.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen.
I just got one more quick thing.
Before it gets
Doug Ford.
Doug Ford. Yay, Gordon Ford. We haven't done that in a long time.
Doug Ford has slammed the anti-lockdown protesters in Queen's Park, calling them a bunch of yahoos. Well done, Ford. Well done.
Well, he can now he's going to start. That's the problem with Fords. You give him an inch. We both said
it to the crack.
We both said, hey, Ford did a pretty good job with the COVID thing so far, and now he's just being a meathead. Protesting is a right, and fucking people, like, God damn it. Everything that's going on is stuff you and I bitched about last year before this all started. Like, I'm not even joking anymore. If people had listened to our show all of last year, this COVID thing would have went better.
Yeah.
And that's not even a joke. Like, we were talking about, remember we did the thing about the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. We did the thing about the right to protest and all that. Like, we went over all of this, and now all of a sudden people are like, man, the right to protest. No, fuck. Go back and listen to the show. We talked about this.
We covered this already. What the fuck's the matter with you guys?
But people are getting like caged animals, and they're gonna go out and protest. That's what, and it's gonna be peaceful. I think it's Canada. Fuck, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get on our bikes and ride, and the cops are gonna go stop. We're gonna go no, and that's gonna be the end of it. Well,
the cops will do what they did during the G5 summit. They're gonna pull out their water guns, and have a water gun fight with us.
They could. That would be great if they did.
That was awesome when they did that. That was hilarious.
I wonder if that's why my phone never charges.
It's got waterlogged.
No, it's just the cord's broken. That's an expensive cord. Sorry, guys, I just found that. So yeah, people are gonna protest, especially as it gets nicer out. People are gonna want to go out, and they're gonna get shitty about it. And Ford's kind of right. You're a bunch of yahoos. Guess what? What's the protest? This is just the way the world is now. Fucking figure it out.
Yep.
It's not that. Really, what is that bad? Really? Except for everyone losing their jobs except me. That sucks for you guys.
I can officially say I'm still not one of them because I'm still technically employed by the company. I'm just not working there right now.
I'll buy you guys all a beer. Send me an email. I'll buy you a beer.